Hey guys, Terry Shanahan from theshanahanplan.com and creator of the Paleo Transition. And today's question, I've been getting this a lot with athletes and at different gyms that I work with, and it's can I actually gain weight or keep my good weight or keep my muscle on a paleo diet? So the answer is absolutely yes you can, but there's a couple things you have to do. So when you transition to a paleo diet and you stop eating grains and dairy and processed foods, a lot of times you initially will lose weight, sometimes 5 to 10 pounds in the first 2 weeks, depending on what your current body weight is. Now, part of that weight is going to be water retention. There's probably some inflammation going on there as well that's going to lower. And additionally, your body is going to start looking for fat for fuel as opposed to just sugar. And so as you transition to a fat burner, you're going to start losing some weight. You may have some dips in energy and some dips in performance initially, but you can get those back with paleo nutrition once you fully transition to a fat burner. So here's the thing. How do you gain weight or how do you keep on good weight? The bottom line is, number one, you have to eat enough food. So traditionally, a lot of the processed foods and pro-inflammatory foods like grains and dairy and things like that, they're going to create a little bit of inflammation in your gut. And so you're going to get full or feel a certain way when you eat those foods. And so eating a paleo diet, initially you're going to think, wow, I just can't get full. Well, eventually that will change, but you're going to have to eat enough food. So you're going to have to drastically increase your meat and vegetable intake. And then the second thing is you're going to have to get enough carbohydrates. So if you're used to the traditional standard American forms of carbohydrates, grains, dairy, processed foods, etc., you're going to need to move to starchy vegetables. Okay, so examples of these, sweet potatoes is number one that people love. There's also yams, Japanese sweet potatoes, Hawaiian sweet potatoes. There's tons of different types of squash. Butternut squash is great. Another type of squash that is somewhat seasonal is called delicata squash. It's amazing. It tastes great. It has a sweetness to it. Very starchy. Very good for putting on weight or for keeping weight or for athletes for recovery. So again, number one, you got to eat enough food. Number two, you got to bring in enough carbohydrates and the right type of carbohydrates, because I see a lot of people who are new to paleo who are just eating fruit for their carbohydrates. But you want to move more towards leafy green vegetables, but then for the weight piece, you've got to get starchy vegetables on top of just fruit. The third thing that I would tell you to do if you want to gain weight on a paleo diet. Now I know by definition raw dairy is not included in a paleo diet, but if you don't have any health issues and you're an athlete and you want to gain weight, bringing in raw dairy or raw milk could be a great thing to help you keep your weight on and help you get stronger and get bigger. So I hope that helps. You absolutely can gain weight or keep muscle on a paleo diet. If you haven't done so already, make sure you get over to theshanahanplan.com and sign up for our free 12-day course. It's called the Paleo Quick Start course. You get 12 videos, 12 days in a row. It's great. You're going to love it. It's going to help you transition from the standard American diet towards a paleo diet.